Hello and welcome to this video. My name is ActiqueRS and today I want to talk about spot crashing because during the previous week, and I'm still actually doing that, I'm training my CheapTQ account again and I'm recording episodes for the pay to play from scratch. So a couple of times during the recordings, some people have tried to crash my XP location. So for example, if I'm doing the bursting in Abyss, and trying to get the amazing AFKable magic XP, somebody might just come next to me and start bursting the monsters as well, so that me and himself both are getting worse XP than we would be getting in separate worlds. And sometimes people say that the reason for doing this is that they are lazy to hop the world, but usually the real reason for this is that they like to harass other people and they enjoy the fact when somebody gets pissed off because they are crashing the spot. So if you follow my pay to play from scratch, you will see my reaction to two different crashers at least that happened, but those episodes won't be out in a long time. But anyway, in the first episode where I got crashed, I was actually a bit more pissed off, to be honest, and the guy was asking me for money to make himself hop the world. But eventually the guy hopped the world himself because I was at the Dagonheim Monks and I was hitting the monsters much faster than he was hitting, so he was getting terrible XP compared to me. And on the second occasion where I got crashed, there was a guy in the Abyss and he just started bursting next to me, and he somewhat said that he enjoys the fact that people get pissed off when he does this. So he was doing it just out of pure enjoyment of trying to get other people angry. And I don't think that I need to explain to any of you why crashing somebody's spot is very annoying for the person that's in the location that hopped the world 15 times to find an empty world. So I will just go through the methods that I use to get some enjoyment out of the situation where people try to crash me and they try to annoy me. So first of all, crashers often have a very short attention span and they are much the same as lurers that just gain enjoyment out of other players' misery. So as long as you don't give them the reaction that they are looking for, they usually get really bored and then they find somebody else to harass that will actually give them the attention that they are looking for. So the first tip is to never give them any attention at all. So you shouldn't even talk to those people, even though it's sometimes very hard when somebody comes to your spot and tries to crash you. But if you don't speak to them at all and you don't give them any kind of reaction in the chat, they might get bored right away and they would find another world. You could also say something like you don't speak English when they try to harass you in the chat, but usually trying to offend them just feeds the troll, and that means that they want to stay for a longer time because they are getting the feeling that they are at least a little bit getting under your skin. And this is the basic way you should try to get rid of the crashers, but sometimes it doesn't just work like this. So you can combine this with just tagging every single monster that spawns. So for example, when you are at the Ascension dungeon and somebody comes there and crashes you, you just don't talk at all and you start hitting every single monster one time, and you will realize that you are getting more XP per hour than you were getting before, and you are getting more keys per hour than you were getting before. So you are winning the situation somehow, and as long as you don't chat with the crasher, then the crasher will get bored very soon because they are getting terrible XP, terrible money per hour, and they're not even getting a reaction from you. So if you get the feeling that you can pay more attention than the crasher to the PVM and you can actually tag all the monsters, then definitely do that, because after you have been tagging all the monsters for like 15 minutes or 25 minutes, sometimes 1 hour, the crashers usually get bored and log off or find another person to harass. But of course there are situations, for example, when you have a royal crossbow and the other person has dual chaotic crossbows, then it's not possible for you to tag every monster, and often it's the best way to just hop the world, which is kind of sad, but in a sense it's the best way to do, because at least then you are not wasting your time with the crasher. Hopping the world is usually the best way also if you are at the God Wars dungeon and somebody shows up with way better gear and preparation to the bosses, and they just start killing the same boss that you are killing, because there is no way you can get a kill if somebody has a better gear than you. So then it's better to hop the world and not pay any attention to this crasher, because the attention is what the troll or the crasher wants. So yeah, don't give any attention to the harasser, don't give any attention to a crasher, don't feed the troll. And if somebody comes and they crash your spot and you can't do anything about it, just hop the world and find another an empty world. But don't waste your time chatting with the person who crashed you, because usually they are just assholes and they just enjoy the fact that you are not enjoying the game at the moment because they are crashing your spot. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you like it, you can leave it a like and leave some comments. You can also subscribe if you haven't, and see you guys next time.